to all of you. Now, related to 8th chapter, second part of the second series explanation. Rest of the four questions explanation I am dictating here. Kindly note down. The next question is asking, wait 1 minute. India is a secular country. See here, the fifth question. India is secular country. You have to explain this one. So write first point. India is a secular country. It can never become one particular religious country as per the provision of the constitution. Second point, India cannot involve any secular activity with religious activity. Third point, the citizen of the country has a freedom to choose his/her religion. Then fourth point, the country cannot discriminate a citizen on religious basis. Fifth point, equal job opportunities and political rights to the citizens are given without any religious discrimination. So these are the answer of fifth. Now question number 6. India is a democratic republic country. So this one answer first point right. In a democratic country, the power of country does not lie within a group of people but lies within the people. That means entire population of the country. Second point, thus democracy means by the people, for the people and of the people. Third point, according to Indian Constitution, the ultimate sovereignty of power lies with its people. Fourth point, people elect their desired candidate and that candidate runs the administration of India. This means that India is a republic country. Fifth point, the country does not function as per the regime of any one particular person, but it functions as per people. Sixth point, Indian administration is truly democratic. That means irrespective of the social, economic or political status of a person, then write then it is next point right. Moreover, each citizen enjoys equal rights of participation in the activities of the country. Next point, in India, the constitution gives the people the power to cast their vote according to their free will and hence instill their belief in the constitution. This much you write. Then the seventh question. India is integral and indivisible federation. So here you write first point, a federal system of government is a system in which several states form a unity but remain independent in internal affairs. Second point, India is a union of states. The word federal is actually not present anywhere in our constitution. Thus, India calls itself Union of States. Third point, India is a union of states and no states have right to separate itself from the union. This means that the states of India are not divisible or separable from the country India. Fourth point, although India is a union of states, yet it has some elements of federal government too. For example, in Indian Federation, there are two sets of government, the union government and the state government. Fifth point, every state and union territory has their own will to accept a policy or not. Hence, India is also called a country with integral and indivisible federal structure. Now the eighth question. Constitution of India is the most extensive and detailed written document in the world. Right, first point. Members of the assembly has discussed threadbare each and every detail of its provisions, keeping in concern the matters of constitution of different countries. Second point, in this constitution there are 295 articles and 8 appendices. After amendments with 395 articles and 9 appendices, the Constitution was framed. Third point, the Constitution provides for citizenship, rights and duties of the people, directive principle of the state policy, union-state relations, election and emergency provisions. Thus, the Constitution of India is the most detailed and elaborated national document. So, with this, here I am ending. Okay, bye.